Nothing beats the satisfaction I feel when I get things done. When I'm in the zone and I'm hitting things left and right, I just feel like such a high mood and I'm invincible. This is proven by science too, because our brain actually releases dopamine when we're productive. This hormone is the reason why we feel so happy and accomplished when we're checking things off of our list. This is what helps people to repeat this again day after day, and this is what will help you get things done. Hi, I'm Marielle. I'm a corporate mom and I talk about all things productivity, motherhood, parenting, relationships, so stick around if you want to see more of that. So there's this thing called the habit loop. Imagine a wheel with a craving in the middle. It starts off with a cue, which is followed by the action or the behavior, which is followed by the reward, which is followed by the cue again. The cue is which starts the loop. That is what triggers the action or the behavior to happen. For instance, you see your to-do list and this reminds you, I still need to clean my bathrooms. So this cues you to start cleaning, and the cleaning is the action or the behavior. Once the action is accomplished, you get a reward, and in this case, the reward is the dopamine that your brain sends once you have completed the action, which is cleaning the bathroom. This is why it's usually hardest to start things rather than to keep things going, because once we've started, it's easier to just keep the ball rolling because we're already in momentum. The problem usually is how to start when you really don't feel like it, and this is what we're going to dive deeper into. So what are the things that I do when I know that I need to get things done, but I just don't feel like doing it? So the first is recognize that I'm facing resistance. When this happens, a lot of us don't even realize it until later. Acknowledging helps us to know what we're resisting and why we're resisting it. It helps us see any recurring patterns. Are there triggers? Are there any similarities of what happened before? For instance, maybe you have a presentation that you need to get done, but you've really been putting it off. And what is that all about? And maybe it's something that you've already done before. Maybe it's because you have a fear of public speaking and you're just resisting it because you really don't want to get in front of everybody and talk about something so complex. Recognizing the reason will help you to address it and will help you to get over the hump of starting. Another way is to pick a big task apart and make it into smaller tasks. So sometimes something just feels so big and it's so hard to wrap your head around, how am I even going to start this and where am I even going to begin? So for instance, it's creating a report. It just feels so daunting. So what you need to do is really start at the very beginning and start as smallest as you can. So what are the smallest things that you can do for this? Maybe you need to brain dump everything. You need to brain dump your information. You need to brain dump all of the ideas that you would like, how you would like this to look like. Maybe you can create a loose structure of what this is going to look like. With no pressure, no nothing, just put everything in the paper. Take the easiest part and start with this, and then you will create momentum to get going. Another thing that I do is I switch tasks. So sometimes it's really hard to start this particular task, but maybe there's another task that I can do and I can start with. So I can just skip this task first and then I can go back to it afterwards when I've done another task. Setting a timer. I know I've heard it already before, but it really does help. So for instance, I'm not the greatest at cleaning things, I know, and I'd rather be doing something else, to be honest, but sometimes there's really no other option. So what I do is I set a timer. I put let's say 10-15 minutes and I start cleaning, just cleaning as much as I could clean and cleaning whatever I see that I need to clean. And then usually after the 15 minutes are done, I still continue cleaning because I'm already in the zone. I'm already here doing it anyways. I might just continue. And it really does help to start this timer. Even if I only do the 10 minutes of cleaning and then I decide after that, screw it, I'm going to watch a Netflix episode or something, then it's fine. At least I've done 10-15 minutes of cleaning and it's so much better than nothing. Are you ready to hear the next one? It's start before you're ready. I know. I'm also really bad at this because I also really want to just start when I feel like I'm ready, when I feel like I have all my ducks in a row, when all the stars align. But the reality is sometimes usually that's just not possible. Sometimes we're just being a perfectionist. Sometimes we resist doing things because we perceive as difficult and we're afraid of failing, or maybe because we just want everything to be perfect. Start doing something before you're ready and you're never going to regret it, because Everyone starts somewhere, and even if the first few times that you start something, it's a little bit crappy, it's not as great as you would have wanted it, it's not perfect, it's okay because it's practice, and at least you already got things done instead of waiting and waiting until everything is perfect, which might not even happen. Another thing I like to do is reflecting on my ideal self and thinking about her and showing up as her. So imagine your ideal self. Imagine how she's like. What is she dressed like? What is she like? How does she show up? And what are the things that she does? And how does she manage things? Just try to show up as her. What does her day look like? How does she go about her tasks? Fake it until you make it, really, but in the best way possible. Once you start acting like your ideal self, the actions that you do in the beginning will feel awkward, will feel forced, but after some time it will turn into habits because you keep doing it, you keep showing up the same way. And it'll turn into habits, and it'll turn into something that you just do because you just always have done it like that. And last is to take a break. If all else fails, take a break. Sometimes, honestly, that's what we need. I know that it's so nice to get things done and you feel so accomplished when you get things done, but sometimes we just really need a break. And it doesn't even need to be such a long break. Okay, take a long break if that's what you needed, obviously. But if you feel like you don't really need a long break, like just do even 5 minutes and give yourself a breather. Take time to just breathe and I don't know, drink water or have a little walk and come back, and then you're gonna feel so much better and so much more refreshed. So that's it. Those are the things that I do to help me get things done when I don't feel like it. And I know it's really difficult, especially to start, but once you've already done it, it feels so good afterwards. And if you have any tips and tricks on how you deal with this, please feel free to comment below. I'd love to know. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!